Printer cables, phone chargers, handmade dream catchers. Those are just a few of the things that you can find at the downtown East Side Street Market. For years, it has been operating with many challenges at Pigeon Park and along Hastings Street, but tomorrow, through the help of the city and the Vancouver Police, it gets new life near Oppenheimer Park. Well, Roland Clarke is the coordinator of the market, which also functions as a non-profit society. He's here with us now in Studio 10. Good morning, Roland.
Good morning. Thank you, Gloria, for having me on.
Well, what will the market look like in this new location? This is 501 Powell, so what will we see?
So what we're hoping is that you'll find many of the things that you can find at Pigeon Park now. There are many used items pulled out of trash bins by the low-income population of the downtown east side. There's also many handmade items by low-income people as well. We hope you find a vibrant community garage sale atmosphere, much like the markets you'd find in other big cities in the world. Many other cities like London, Paris, New York have large outdoor markets like this, and this is what we're trying to build in Vancouver.
Okay, how many vendors, and who are these vendors?
We hope that there's between 100 and 150 vendors on Saturday, and we hope that that grows over time. The vendors are all from the low-income population of the downtown east side, where, you know, out of the 18,000 people that live in the downtown east side, over 8,000 are actually on government assistance.
So you have a lot of volunteers helping out. Tell me about that.
Actually, yes, and the volunteers actually come from the same population as the vendors. They're all what most people would actually describe as unemployable. So we actually think it's an incredible community effort to build this market, and it's built by the same people that it serves. We have over 55 different volunteer positions during the day, some of them greeting people at the door, some of them working as security guards, some of them overseeing other volunteers and so forth. So it's a really big effort for the neighborhood, and we're really proud of it because it's a positive story for the downtown east side. There's so many negative stories that come out of the downtown east side, and this is one where the residents have really gotten together and tried to build something for themselves.
Okay, you're looking at the positive here, but there have been some negatives about this market. Certainly, in the past, the sale of stolen goods was an issue there. So what kinds of checks and balances are there to make sure this isn't the case when you open up the new location?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've been one of the coordinators for the street market for about 3.5 years now. And ever since then, we worked very hard to try and control stolen goods and to try and cut down on other illegal activities like selling beer or open drug use and so forth, because these things are, you know, part of the downtown east side. So we kind of inherit them by running an event in the downtown east side. And to do that, we've increased the number of volunteers. We're very strict about our volunteer training. We've actually sent several of our volunteers through BST security training, which is, BST just stands for Basic Security Training, so that they can actually become licensed security guards. And we work closely with the police in terms of identifying what items may or may not be stolen. It's not always a clear-cut line. You know, if something looks used, you know, sometimes the origin is unknown, but it's fairly obvious if something looks new and has price tags and so forth. We don't allow those things to be sold at the market. We've also not allowed bikes in the market because bikes are an obvious item that people try and unload. So we work very hard to create a safe atmosphere without illegal activity. And we actually believe that we're, you know, you mentioned the unit block earlier. The unit block isn't governed by us. It's actually an unregulated environment that just happens spontaneously because low-income people are looking for a way to make a living. And we believe we're the solution to that street disorder on the unit block, not associated with it or a cause in any way.
But they're not all on board. They've made it known, like, we're not moving up there. We're quite happy right here in the unit block along here in Hastings Street, Pigeon Park area. How difficult do you think it's going to be to convince them to move off the street and move near Oppenheimer Park?
Well, you know, the vendors aren't, you know, a uniform population. There's many different opinions you're going to find. We feel strongly that the majority of our vendors will come because the customers will come and the opportunity will be there. There will be some vendors that will refuse to move, and what we have to do is we have to make sure that we maintain as low barrier an opportunity as possible so that eventually you might have to question the reasons why they wouldn't move. If somebody refuses to give up illegal activities or play by certain minimal behavioral rules, then perhaps they won't follow the market. But you know, we can only try our best.
So you're going to be celebrating your first market opening when and how?
So August 1st at 10 a.m. At 501 Powell Street. Please come and enjoy the market atmosphere. We will have traditional drummers. Actually, we'll have the Powell Street Festival happens at the same time, so we'll have traditional Japanese drummers as well as Aboriginal drummers sharing in the opening ceremony.
Roland, thanks so much for coming in, and all the best with the new market location.
Thank you very much.
Roland Clarke is coordinator of the Downtown East Side Street Market.